has to be forewarned, forearmed, all that, So I have a nice place down there.
Yeah, I have some friends that have a place in Mexico. And I'm always like, don't you ever worry.
Yeah, I worked in Mexico a couple of times. I was down there, and it was in Veracruz. And apparently, people were rolling heads into bars and stuff like that, rival gangs and stuff. And they said, I'd go for a walk, And they'd say, you're crazy going for a walk. You'll get kidnapped. I said, I'm not going to get kidnapped. I'm the guy that pays. You're going to get kidnapped. And I'm not going to pay your ransom. So it's like, I never felt insecure in that way. And, if something's going to happen, it's going to happen.
Yeah.
If your number's up. I know I used to watch guys who do what I do for a living, and they'd have a phalanx of bodyguards around them, and like for security and stuff. And I used to have that stuff for a little while, but it doesn't make any difference. You're going to be okay.
Okay.
Or not.
Or not, right?
Yeah.
Until you're not.
Until you're not.
And everybody's going to be okay until they're not.
Yeah. I got in a dodgy situation one night, and I acted crazy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What happened?
If you act crazy, everybody leaves you alone.
Especially if you are a little crazy. If they know that.
You're in a stress mode, so you actually get angry. If I feel like I'm threatened, I get angry, which is what happens. And then you get really in people's faces, and they think, this guy's crazy. But all the old cultures thought that, like when there were people traveling across the Great Plains to go west, if you acted nuts, they'd leave you alone because they didn't want your evil spirits.
Oh. So what happened with you?
Oh, nothing. They left me alone.
But where was this?
Oh, man, I was in a bad neighborhood. It was when I first got into L.A., and I was to go to dinner with Costa. He was a Greek director. I went the wrong way. And it was before they had, phones with all that stuff. So
A Thomas guide.
It was the Thomas guide. Anyway, I wasn't guided well by Thomas. I ended up in the wrong place. And then my muffler fell off. And I was driving a Mercedes, pretty nice sporty car, And I thought, and I had the wife